Mike Tindall delivers a painful blow to Meghan while conversing with Princess Anne and the Prince and Princess of Wales. Mike, known for his rugby skills, once again critiqued the Sussexes in a spectacular manner. But now, let's move on to the latest update. I just finished watching The Good, The Bad, and The Rugby, featuring Princess Anne, the Prince and Princess of Wales, William, and Catherine. Let me tell you, it's an absolute treasure. It truly showcases the down-to-earth, genuine, and likable nature of most royal family members. We already knew that, of course. But if you haven't watched it yet, do yourself a favor. Pour a drink and enjoy this fantastic interview. Honestly, it felt more like a friendly conversation among people who genuinely care for each other. Perhaps Meghan Markle should seek advice from Mike if she wants to succeed with her podcast. Meghan's podcast series is currently missing in action, and she was recently dropped by Spotify. In her Shallow podcast, she struggled to connect with guests, proving Mike Tindall's content is more valuable. Meghan was clearly out of her depth. She's never been truly challenged, didn't thrive in Hollywood, and it's evident she lacks talent. She lacks charisma, and it's no wonder people keep their distance. She seems to believe she's extraordinary, and that's the issue. Now, back to the rugby video. What struck me the most was how relaxed Princess Anne and the Wales couple were throughout the episode. They appeared completely natural. Being family with Mike Tindall surely contributed to this episode feeling more like a casual conversation than a formal interview. Princess Anne's intelligence is remarkable, and the entire family could learn from her. Princess Anne's dedication to her work is truly admirable. She provides a stable hand that both the king and the family can rely on. Additionally, she possesses a fun personality, which seems to be a blend of her mother and father's traits. She's a truly remarkable individual. I also appreciate something Princess Anne once said about Meghan, that everything Meghan discusses is merely a rehash of existing ideas. She's right, Meghan Markle offers nothing new. She claims to be a bold feminist but uses men to achieve success. Speaking of feminism, the movement began in the 70s, long before Meghan's time. Britain elected its first female Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, in 1979. While Meghan talks about poverty in Africa, this issue was prominent in the 80s. The work done during that decade did more to address famine and poverty than Meghan's efforts. Meghan Markle loves to discuss climate change, environmental issues, and global warming. However, Prince Charles, now King Charles, was addressing these concerns decades ago. Meghan also accuses everyone in Britain of being racist, yet the Race Relations Act in the UK dates back to 1976, and there's even an Asian British Prime Minister today. Meghan Markle claims she left the UK due to its alleged racism, yet it's no different from many other places where racial prejudice persists. Moving on, I won't deny that my own country experienced significant racial protests 2 years ago. But Meghan Markle's insistence that the UK is racist is unfounded. Perhaps she should try living in Eastern European countries where black football players still face racist taunts. Meghan's hypocrisy is evident, and her contributions are lacking in value. Back to Mike's video. I thoroughly enjoyed watching the Prince and Princess of Wales. They make a delightful couple, and it's clear they're quite competitive, even in a parents' race. Catherine's fondness for swimming in cold water was interesting, perhaps for its health benefits. Nonetheless, it was great to witness their relaxed and genuine personalities. They are undeniably likable people, and I commend Mike Tindall for bringing them together. Speaking of Meghan's podcast series, one of her major issues is that genuine success in acting or public speaking requires talent and personality. Meghan bypassed this by marrying Harry, granting her a platform to share her opinions. It's painful to watch because she's out of her depth. She doesn't belong. Sadly, she's like many Hollywood wives who marry influential figures and use their positions for self-promotion. Meghan Markle does not belong in her current role. It's regrettable because she could have been forgiven for many things if she had been likable, genuine, and respectful. However, she falls short on all fronts. Her personality, as far as I can tell, is lacking, and she lacks redeeming qualities. She couldn't even genuinely mourn the late Queen. What bothers me most is that Meghan claims to stand for women and feminism, yet her actions contradict these values. She makes feminism look bad through her hypocrisy. She continues to play the race card against the royals, despite their initial warm welcome and extravagant wedding. Meghan Markle does not belong. She may regret not marrying the heir instead of the spare, and it's known that she pursued William while dating Harry. When she's not pursuing William, she clings to Harry, inserting herself into the royal family like a parasite. She's a misfit, unhinged, and entirely unsuited for high society. Eventually, they must find a way to remove her. Harry has tarnished his own life, and Meghan's accomplishments largely stem from her associations with men. Someone once said that Meghan lives in her own world with surround sound. It's an accurate description. She's disconnected from reality. She's unable to hear the world outside her own thoughts, constantly absorbed by her own voice. She seems to enjoy it, though, as she remains there. Thank you for discussing this with me. I'm finished for now, but we'll be back for the next video. Don't hesitate to subscribe for future updates. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again tomorrow.